Hello my friends, and welcome once again to my greenhouse. In this video I'll be pruning my Portulacaria afras, the two largest ones, and after that I will be planting the cuttings. I already did basically the same thing with my my two smallest ones. Here you can see the before and after pictures in my Instagram, and the cuttings I will be doing, I just planted them in this container, so I'll be doing exactly the same with these ones. So let's begin. Here you can see the top view of my oldest and basically the father of all of my Jades. So it has been just like I said, exploding with growth, and with that I've noticed a lot of problem areas, and because I'm going to increase the I want to increase the size of the canopy about this large. So in this point in time, I want all of the branches to flow outwards and not inwards. So when they reach the correct size, I can let them start to grow in and fill the canopy. So with that, we can, you guys, I think you can already see that this branch over here is just growing to the inside. So we can remove that thing completely. So here, like that. Then the other branch on the which was under that one is, well, it's kind of flowing outwards, but it's also shading out the one beneath, which is flowing way nicer, and this one from the center, it's going not good angle, so we can remove that thing completely also, just like that. Yeah, so that cleared that part quite a bit. Then here, just beneath all of those, this one is just going, there are this and this branch forming, and I think this part is already too cluttered. There is too many branches, so I'll be removing this whole thing here. Like that. Now that branch is already looking much better, with much clearer lines. These two smaller ones, I think I'm gonna leave them. Nah, I'm not gonna leave them. This one is growing in a wrong direction completely, and like I said, I don't want anything to grow upwards and to fill the canopy yet, so this small one can also go. So then there is this one. it's growing also in a weird angle, so I'm gonna prune that away also. Now, with that branch, this one was growing in this direction, and here this branch is growing in the same direction, opposite, but in the same direction, so not in a very good direction seen from the trunk, but this whole area here is really empty. There are only these two branches growing from this one, so to fill this up, I'm gonna leave this one. Okay, well, that branch is, I would say that's finished quite well. So then is this large branch over here. So I'm thinking about this whole this part here. Like, should I remove it completely, or should I prune it back and get more branching in some direction? There are two leaves, there are two leaf nodes from here and here, which would grow branches to in these directions, which would not be great. And then there is, just below that are these two leaf nodes which would start to grow in these directions. So I'm thinking about I'm gonna cut the whole thing off, just like that. Okay, then these branches over here, I don't want this lower branch over here. It's already too cluttered, so I'm gonna remove the lowest branch already completely, like that. Then and like I said, this part over here is empty. There is no branches in that area yet, so I'm thinking about these two. With this one growing from this part and hopefully filling up this place, I'm thinking, should I remove this one and let this one grow to get to kind of offset them, so that this won't become a peace sign looking branch over here, this one. So yeah, I'm gonna remove this one. So now when these two branches start to grow and thicken up, they will blend in the trunk better and won't cause a bulge in this one area. So then this branch is going too far, and these leaves here are in a perfect place that if I prune back to here, it will start to grow two branches from these directions. So, just like that, above the leaves, and from here they start to grow the new branches. Okay, that's looking quite good. Then it's only this left, this branch. So there is already a small branch starting from this leaf, and I would say growing another one to this angle would fill up this place more. So cut this off completely like that. Then this one, it's growing in an okay direction, so I'll leave it be. And then this one. I mean, it's not growing in a bad direction, but also kinda looks weird. Also, so I'm gonna leave this one. I'm not gonna do anything about it yet. So we got our first tree pruned, and let's start with this one. This one was one of the first cuttings I ever took from this one, and I've been just letting it grow. I haven't done basically anything to it, except I did wire this bend to it. And my plan for it has been that there would be a pad of foliage over here, and this would become another patch of foliage. So, and also you can see there is just a small bit of wire over here, which I don't need anymore because of the branch has already set in place. I'll just put it over here. So, to create that pad over here, I've been thinking about just, as you can see, there is branches starting to form upwards, and those are not bad points to prune this one, but in which part should I cut this off so the lines would look nice after it starts to grow? So I'm thinking about letting this small one here to grow and cut, because in Portulacaria afras of Dwarf Jades, the leaf nodes are always 90 degrees from opposite to each other. Like, these leaves are going like this, the other ones in the back are going like this, and these ones, even though they are not leaves, it's again same as this. So when I would cut this off from here, the new nodes from here would start to create a branch. So I'm thinking about just cutting it down to there. Alright, then there are all of these are extra, something I've been just letting to grow in there to gain vigor in the tree and to thicken up the trunk. So I'm just gonna remove these ones completely, because the longer I let them grow in there, the larger they become, and the larger the wound will be when I cut them off. So when I cut them off this young, they will heal off much better. Then this one I'll cut all off also, like that. Let's kind of it. Okay, that. Then this one from in the inside, this small one, I'm going to remove also. And then let's start with the apex of the tree. This is going to be, I've been looking at this for a long time and trying to decide what to do with this, and I'm not really sure. Like, it's too early to do anything. Like, everything can change, and especially with Portulacaria afras, these are really super fast growing plants. In my opinion, they are one of the best plants to bonsai because of that, and because of just how easy they are to grow from cuttings. They are just fantastic plants, one of my absolute favorites. So what I'm going to do with this one is just take these tips off and get more branching. So when they start to grow again, they will create more branching and more branches, which gives me more how do you say it? More choices. Yeah, more choices. So yeah, that was that. Also, it doesn't look much yet, but I hope even after this growing season, after this summer, I bet they will look just amazing. So the trees are pruned, and now we can start planting the cuttings. With the cuttings, like this one, I have a simple container with and just an H carved into the bottom for drainage. So I still don't have to use a drainage screen, but the hole is big enough to let all the extra water to drain out. And with this I will be using just gravel, clay gravel, which I've been using all the time. So bottom layer with gravel, and then some reused soil from my eucalyptus trees. Just like that. I think it needs a bit more, so a bit more gravel and a bit more just plain old soil. Like that. Then, after the container is ready, you'll just take the cuttings and take off the lowest leaves like this. Just pinch them off. It's easy, and the cutting you will just put in the soil. This will root much better in the soil when they are in the soil and not just left to dry out. I mean, these ones have been straight from the plant to the moist soil, and in the greenhouse where it's hot and sunny almost all the time, they have been just loving it, and they've already started to grow on their own. And with the leaves that you just took off, you can eat them. They taste great. It's like green apple. I could just eat all of my plants. And then there are these smallest one. I mean, I could just plant these also. I bet they would start to grow, but I have so many Jades already, so I'm not gonna need them. No, I'm just gonna eat them. Yeah, again, this one, lowest leaf off, stick them into the soil, like that. This one, and these ones are basically the best cuttings that you have already new growing points in the trunk. They will start to grow like crazy. In my experience, they are one of the best cuttings to take from these. I'm really into gardening and self-sustaining living, and especially when your bonsais are something to eat, it's especially cool, because bonsais, especially smaller ones, the ones I like, you have to be pruning almost all the time. So just living off of your own bonsais, I mean, that's kind of cool. And just like that, I've just stick them into the soil, and this will be enough. Like you can see, these ones have been in the soil for almost, I would say, over a week, and they've started to grow on their own and not rotting and stuff like usually succulents are prone to rotting in most soil. So the last thing to do with these cuttings is just water them. One last one I missed. Where is my watering can? Over here. And just haphazardly, just blah blah blah. Just like that. So, that was the video. I hope you liked it. Again, you can follow me on Instagram. You can find all of the photos, everything I have in here, everything you can find there. So, please like the video, please subscribe if you liked it, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Goodbye. Highly sorry about the traffic. I'm into gardening and oh yeah, I can breathe with this. Don't worry.